Good evening. Good evening. How do you do the do you do so well? A doo-doo. Hello. I am super fucking tired. I am self-destructive to a fault. As if being self-destructive wasn't a fault to begin with. Like, what is wrong with my controller? It feels weird. I must have had some dirty ass hands yesterday. The whole left side of the controller is like, it feels like it's covered in something. Gross. Alright, well, did I stay up late? Yes. Part of it was the heat. But part of it was also, I was like, let's just watch YouTube till 1 a.m. Can't sleep anyway. So, you know. But I've noticed I'm doing this every Sunday night. I like start my week. Superfan did help a lot. I was comfortable enough. I could have turned it up. I kept it on low. But I just pulled it closer to the bed and I felt fine. But yeah, every Sunday night I'm just like I'm like, what if I just start my week off with only like 4 hours sleep? And we just start that way. And then and then you can spend the entire week trying to slowly catch up, and then you eventually sleep in on Saturday. And then it feels nice. And then you just do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again. So that's me. Causes and effects. That's what that is. Also, got my ice. I may have put too much in it, and I can't actually take it out because it's like stuck together now. Because it like started to melt. This is kind of hard to drink. This is so awkward. Why did I do this? And part of me, I have like this brief fear, which makes I'm gonna move my computer tower back just a little bit. Oh fuck! Hold on. Alright, it was too far. I moved it too far. It like fell off the little shelf thing that's part of my desk. But yeah. What we do is put the ice in, then slowly pour the water in so the ice melts down and becomes the water. Well, I did slowly pour it in, but it was cold water going in, so like, it hasn't melted yet. It's already like reduced in size. Slow, just like, just stand there for half an hour. Little did you know, that's just the ice melting. The water did fuck all. Okay, what was this widow in distress? I must have just got this investigation. Oh no, that's the lady in the cemetery. I mean, should I try to convince her to go back to Whitechapel? That place is a mess. You're playing PoE 2. How far are you in it? Alright, let's go do this citizen quest real quick. Or, no, let's talk to Swansea first. We're right next to him. Just broke into Archimedes. So many constructs.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important.
Oh, you use this robe? Oh, nice.
This strain of flu. It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
It's so obvious. I analyzed the blood.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
I have no reason not to trust Swansea, I don't think. I mean, I don't trust him that much. I'll share.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
Positively
There's a lot we're not seeing
smashing.
here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
Do British people say
Jonathan,
smashing
we've a
in the modern
fantastic
day?
opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Or is that just like
Why,
old-timey
you,
slang
my
for
dear
them?
boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I missed exactly what he said. Did he just imply using my blood or something? I guess I have thought about it.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your
I've
time.
heard someone say smashing was the dad from the
No,
former
thank
Wild
you,
Bill Rays.
Jonathan.
Yes!
But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Perhaps it is like an old-timey
Yes.
slang, and now it's just like a
I'm
caricature.
afraid it's your
type
sister.
thing.
My sister.
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Tender funeral. That's probably in the cemetery, which is where my citizen quest is. Coincidence or fate? I think that's where I heard smashing the very first time as a kid, was the wild thornberries.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
To us? We know what happened to her. Don't delude yourself, Jonathan. Jonathan? Yo, that's a lot of people. A lot of people to die! Blow up. Oh, the delay on it, though. Excellent. There's one more, I think. Didn't I take... Oh, yeah, I just took a bunch of extra damage on my step. Easy peasy. I'm actually gonna... I'm slowly getting more and more. I'm just noticing it more and more stiff. I guess I don't really want to lower the texture quality. I feel like that shouldn't matter when it's just CPU. But maybe it does. Oh. Yeah. Stop it! Watch out for them teeth, yo! Just gonna kill him. I got me blade, I'm fine.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Are there gonna be people here? Because last time I was here, it was filled with skulls. No, it's still just filled with skulls. Oh, I feel like the humans get hit by this all the time, and the skulls just like step right out of it. Alright, you're effectively dead. Wait, did he get hit by the exploding blood? I meant to do that. Holy symbols in orichalcum. If you ever face a vampire, never forget that they fear holy symbols as long as you have the faith. A cross, a star of David, an olive branch even, can prove useful to propel these creatures from the pit. But you will not harm them for good. If you really want to hurt them, only one solution exists. Forget about wooden stakes or silver bullets, and find yourself the strongest weapon against vampires, orichalcum. Do you think it's a coincidence that orichalcum was common in Atlantis according to the legend in ancient writings? Atlantis was infested with vampires, and the place is now known as the Santorini Island. I'll personally pay 10,000 pounds to the man who can provide me some real orichalcum. Is orichalcum a real metal? Or is that one of those fantasy metals that's just become ubiquitous in all things? Is it like Damascus, where like it used to exist, but the techniques were lost? Hey lady, it's dangerous here.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence.
The Damascus is different kinds of steel fold together to like make a pattern. That's Japanese steel, I believe. Damascus. It was like an ancient type of metal. I want to say not from Asia. I want to say like Middle East, Mesopotamia, like Babylon area. At least I'm pretty sure. Sadness can be a terrible trap.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
I'm prepping your blood.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
Yeah, don't blame
understand.
yourself.
I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
I'll say sorry.
To be honest, I don't know. Please forgive me if I've upset you.
I can't really
must
argue
all
much against
honor
that point.
Our departed loved ones, in our own way.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
I'm pretty similar when I grieve. I prefer to be alone and
Are
not
you
talk
a
about
doctor
it.
yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time
Maybe
we
not.
start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Like maybe you have to not be a vampire anymore.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Yeah, she did. Modern Damascus is different than the old Damascus. Oh, really?
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
I mean, I can't drink her even if I wanted to right now.
Goodbye for now.
Matthew, the world has gone completely mad.
Discreetly attend Mary's funeral? Why discreetly? Modern Damascus is just visually similar, but is known as Damascus now. Wait, what's this? Oh. 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 Oh, you can just visit the graves of the people you eat. Oh.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
You have creepy ass eyes at all times. I wonder if, like, if I suck the blood of somebody one time, are my eyes just like that the entire night? I should check if they go back to normal when I wake up. No, I thought I saw a prompt. I don't know what to do. I can't go through the gate. There was probably a way to, like, wisp up right next to the gate, and I just didn't notice. Oh, hello. Oh, come on. What the fuck was that? I'm out of blood. Strange how they're having the ceremony at night. That is unusual. Most of the time it's during the day, right? It's okay. Couldn't get time off from their 9 to 5. You know how it is. Oh, right, that's my shadow. Actually, had a stamina? I was hoping the explosion would still hit him. There was definitely, okay, there was definitely, oh, maybe I go around the back. No, there's like, okay, yeah, there was literally some place I could have just poofed up. Yeah, literally right here.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
What if it is day and it's just raining and cloudy enough that it looks like it's nighttime?
Die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father,
We are in London after all.
the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I've thought about what I would do with my body over and over. In like
Why kill my Mary?
Like what to do with my body after I
Stick
die.
her here in this
And I changed my mind a lot.
god-awful place.
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
But
Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
the overall like theme to my decision is make use, have my body be of use in some way, either to science or to nature. Like let my body like rot and like feed the worms and fertilize the soil and stuff. I have no desire to try and preserve my body with formaldehyde inside of a steel box or like in a stone building. I'd see no reason to do that. Or be a diamond, yeah. Or a tree. Yeah, there's like new ways to like do
I could
things.
only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Although I don't value diamonds, I don't know anyone that does.
Jonathan,
So really, I
there
would
is
just become a
nothing you
useless
can
rock.
do, but accept it.
Accept the beeps.
What brings you here?
I don't know why that keeps happening.
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry
It'd
for
be a
your
shiny
loss,
rock.
Jonathan.
Are there other like crystals you can turn yourself into, or is it just? Oh, it's straight up lost connection. Is it just a diamond? I guess we're carbon and diamonds are carbon, so probably not.
I wish the tears would come. But I'm empty.
Could I be like a colored diamond, like a
I feel
blue
like
one or
you're
something? How many different colors
Let
of
your
diamond are
pain
there?
Run free, Jonathan. Don't smother it.
Also, we're grieving
What
over
you
our dead
feel
sister that we
is your
killed.
Humanity.
As we talk about
Don't
turning
be
into
so
diamonds.
quick to lose it.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones.
We're
I
fast
cherish.
friends.
Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace.
Oh god, I gotta
Find
go
the
into a
solace you
church?
need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Imagine it's very, yeah, looking like that, like looking like a demon hellspawn. Alright, well, let's go. Is it like relative? I assume it's very expensive to turn yourself into a diamond. I assume it's you have to get cremated first, and then they do the then when you're like a pile of ash and carbon, then they do the compression to like manufacture your body into a diamond. I'm sure it's a singular business that has like a model. It's like, we take care of everything. You just pay us a shit ton of money. And then I become I've decided I don't want to be a diamond. just like that. I don't want to. Like, yes, diamonds are a natural thing that exists in the world, shling. But I It's also in human society been used as an object of material wealth. I don't want to just turn myself. I don't want to literally turn myself into an object of material wealth. That sounds lame. It's like a novelty. It's like, ooh, you're gonna be a diamond? Ooh. Like, that's what I think of when people when like people legitimately like, I'm gonna be a diamond. I don't know anyone that's gonna do that, but I just know it's possible. Gets into a belly button piercing. Belly. Button piercing. I wonder if I've seen the recipe in the shop, but I just didn't notice. I can. I don't need to do any of those things. But I swear I looted a common handle part in the cemetery just now. I swear I did. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be a diamond. I don't like, even like for like an engagement or wedding ring. If I was to ever use a jewel, I wouldn't use a diamond. Like fucking why? Of all the jewels that you could use, all the gemstones, a diamond? Like if nothing else, it's just boring. And and it's pricey for literally no reason. Oh, did I negate the explosion by biting him? That sucks. I think that's what happened. It hit him though, so that's cool. Oh, I thought I'd be able to drink his blood. Oh, I can't drink his blood now. God damn it! At least, okay. Granted, I don't know a lot about like the gemstone industry. But, I don't think diamonds are like the worth of a diamond is like set by people in the industry, right? Like, is it actually like harder and like more difficult to get than other gemstones? It's 2,500 to 3,000 for the cheapest, depending on the color. I assume that's all like the same size, right?
A newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you?
There's
Make
blood?
yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them.
He is
or
fucking
I shall
huge.
return
And I thought I was
judge
huge.
And jury.
I tower over everyone I talk to. Look at this dude.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Did I need to go this way? No. Does randomly exploring get me anything? Also no. Maybe a little bit of loot. What's happening over here? Reverend Cain? Is he gonna fight me too? Why was he fighting them?
Crawl back to the hell that spawned you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that drains my blood and shit. Oh, he's like... No, I'm getting out of dodge. Stop resisting.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No, it's really not. It's 10 to 19 carat the prices. Okay. Like, I understand the other measurements of worth, like size, like clarity, how well it's like cut into like the specific shape and stuff. All that part makes sense to me in terms of like relative value to itself. But like the actual price range of it, I'm like, how much did this actually cost to get it made? Like, how much did it cost to mine out of the ground, and then plus how much did it cost to like get your final product here? Like, how much did it really cost? And is that money going to like the labor? Probably not. It's probably heavily marked up. It's probably like $1,000. They're like, nah, we can triple that. Like any business, there's always markup, especially if there's multiple steps to it. The question for me is, what is acceptable? Diamonds are not acceptable to me.
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold.
Why can't he just
I
talk
wish to
normally?
pray.
Why does he have to be all like,
Cleanse my soul.
may I help you,
The
child?
church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
I suppose it's more old man voice as opposed to like weird voice.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I also just have like a particular like pet peeve of like soft talking, where people are like, I just want to talk to you gently because it's like we're gonna have this like tough conversation. It's like you're not euphemizing. Is that the word? Euphemism? I almost said euthanizing. You're not euthanizing this conversation. You're like talking quietly isn't changing what you're talking about. I think I've said this before. I'll be somewhat honest about it.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us.
I've definitely like
Very
talked
well,
about
priest. As you seem
the quiet speaking before, where it's like
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Just know, I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
I am not telling the truth.
She has been laid to rest. That's all you need to know.
Is that more suspicious?
And how are you feeling, my
Am I just
son?
being suspicious now?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
I feel placated. Not actually listened to. Granted, I didn't really tell him anything. Although I did. It's very easy to like...
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Yeah. The eyes, yeah, the eyes. When he was like, I have one final question for you. And I thought he was gonna raise his cross at me. Be like, what do you think? How does this make you feel? And he's just like, ah. That's how I legit thought that was going. Oh, hello. Oh my god. They're gonna be everywhere, aren't they? Maybe it's just in Whitechapel because of like the condition I've left it in. Oh, I can't like dash either. Something is behind me, I can hear it. Get hooked. Oh, that was skulls in the garbage can. That's what it was. There's a body to loot down there. Let's just do it. Oh, I'm out of blood. It's starting to hurt. I'm out of stamina. Yeah, you like the shotgun there? I was like, I bet I can interrupt. Why not like shoot them both with a spear? God damn it. God damn it. God damn it, I was trying to heal. Oh, I'm still alive. What the fuck? Yeah. Biting them at explosion negates the explosion. At least on them. So I need to stop doing that. What the fuck? Oh. Things are getting more difficult. Oh my god. What's it doing? It does sound like a squeak toy. Holy shit. It's like, All I wanted to do was loot this body. Or loot whatever the hell I could have down here. Things have become more difficult. Hello? I'm out of stamina. That never happens. Alright, let's actually just go back. There's so many people! I could just run past. I suppose. You know what? I'm just gonna skip it. No.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. I remember you.
You always got horns and shit?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
I am the land?
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
The word cauldron is not used often enough.
Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
It's such a pleasant sounding word with like sinister.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me.
It's not even
Pretending
sinister
to
in
know
and
how
of
I should
itself,
feel or
but
behave.
cauldron. Like it's just
So
like
the
it's
vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity.
oh come
Or
on.
was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
That's more likely.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
The disembodied voice is a disembodied voice. Oh my god. My master is ephemeral. There was yelling.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan.
Got a pre-win.
This is
I
sacred
assume?
ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Jesus, my eyes.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Okay, Swansea absolutely, like, if he's not a vampire himself, he works for them. He kind of, like, I'm now getting the, like, I'm getting the vibes from, like, John Wick. With, like, I can't remember the name of the place, but, like, that, like, hotel society place where it's like, this is sacred, neutral ground. No contracts can be enacted on our, it's a safe house for everyone, regardless of who's contracted to kill who. That's what it seems like to me right now with Swansea.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control.
The Continental,
Even
yeah.
the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have
only
the
got
people
2.
lose faith in this institution.
I guess
This
3. One of the
hospital
nurses
is their
who's
only
dead.
hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones.
Oh.
I found her room like a slaughterhouse.
Okay, so it's not
Blood
my...
everywhere.
It's not the people I
Duty
ate.
nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires.
I said I'll help you.
Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
By eating him. Dun, dun, dun.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Yes. Let's get the weird vicar type dude.
And what of my own life?
What on earth happened here?
It doesn't look like this whole wing is now empty because I ate 2 of them.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse.
I was originally
Call me
just
if you
gonna
need
immediately go to the docks, but I suppose there's a bit of investigation I could do. Oh, she has fatigue. I will cure that for you.
Good
Just one
evening,
sec.
nurse.
Good evening.
Do you require medical...
I will be fine.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick.
Yeah.
I'll try, Doctor.
Hippocratic Oath achievement.
Goodbye, nurse.
All right. Who else can I?
Oh, Jonathan.
I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Can we share this meal? Everything dies. I need to at least look civilized.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the Scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Yes.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was huge!
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital.
Should murder the Vampire
How can
Club
you
or
resist?
become the
Over
leader
years,
of it.
Any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady.
Find more and more as time goes on. It's like I've spent my entire life playing games and being like the good moral person that always tries to do the nice and good thing. And like while that is my default position, I find myself wanting to like do the other things lately. Like in D&D, I am like becoming like demonstrably evil. Like back in say like Mass Effect days, I was like, oh, I gotta be Paragon.
Good
For
evening.
Infamous, it's like I gotta do the good one. I
Dr.
gotta be
Reed,
blue, not
any
red,
good news to share?
etc. And like I've done that. I feel like it's just because
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion? in
maybe
the
I just want new experiences in my video games.
Tragedy,
'Cause
pure
like
and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
he honestly seemed fine. I'm not gonna lie.
Goodbye, Dr. Tim.
Is there anyone else to ask? I guess Milton may have seen a thing.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Learn anything new?
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, You got rid of the old bag.
I mean, I know nobody
I'd like
liked
to
her,
see
but
your
still.
guns. Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what...
Okay, now I can definitely upgrade my club. Which I'm gonna do, like, right now. Where the hell's my door? Is it way over there? I think it's way over there. But yeah, but like, so like when I was being like Paragon and I'm always like the good person, it's like the thing I did want to do. Like I always wanted to do that. Like I generally want to do good. But now I'm like being a little bit more, I don't know, ambivalent? I guess is the way to say it. I would like a little more stun now. Good old 160. I don't have the parts for this though, do I? Nope. Check the morgue. Yeah, I was gonna go back and see if like the blood led anywhere else. I think it just ended at that pool though. And then I was gonna go check the morgue. Pretty sure it just ends here. What? Why? Okay, it's just like it's full on stuck. Is there a person in this bed? Hmm. Tippet's fine. Rakesh could use some help. Ackroyd's fine. Just checking everyone's health. Everyone's healthy. You need to stay healthy. I'm not going to eat anyone anytime soon. I don't think.
Good evening,
Should probably like let it cool for like a few nights.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
Oh.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing.
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Alright, I don't need to check the morgue then.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Yes.
Please show me what you have to.
Of course.
Forget what he sells. Small bag of junk, okay. Alright, he sells drugs. Why is this the only one I can sell? Oh my god, it's 12 for one? I have so much money on me. Technically. No, the pills are good. Or they're good money. I don't know.
Never cease. Good evening.
Do you need... Well, don't
take my medicine.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
More bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
It's locked.
All right, let's just go to East End Docks then. I do believe it's like we're gonna encounter like a whole new set of citizens. I missed 3 people in this area. I don't even know where. You're melting. I am melting as well. So don't feel bad. I don't remember these people. Have I met them? I don't remember any. I don't remember all 3 of these people. I assume it'll be this area. We got a whole bunch of people to talk to coming up. Oh, oh, right, the pub. I forgot about the pub.
Hey, Doc.
Do have anemia. Or do have cures for anemia.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice play, Doc. I'm ready.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me.
Consider yourself like, what kind of doctor are you?
I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
All people should be equally healthy, but some should be more healthy than some are more equally healthy than others. That was a strange and telling statement. I don't know how to learn these other 2 things. He's not worth very much
I'll
experience.
leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Is this the guy we saved from the sewers?
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes. This neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
I don't think I've talked to him yet.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. It makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
I understand parts of his sentiments.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
I feel like talking to Jonathan Reed is like talking to those people who are like psychologists or psychiatrists who can't stop analyzing people. So like if you're talking to one and they're like, oh, well, interesting. So they suddenly start like psychoanalyzing you as they talk to you, and you're just like, can you fucking stop? Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like that's what these people feel like talking to Jonathan. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. He's like, your condition's usually rooted in a specific incident. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about your incident. It's like, no, fuck off. Like, I'm gonna guess you got buried.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again.
so I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
That would really suck.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever
this could go anywhere.
To say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton, killing and eating him, the man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh, okay, I was thinking two ways, and it went both ways. He's both in love with him and wanted to eat him. I was like, it's one of those two. I was like, it's one of those two, because it's like it's like the avalanche thing where it's like you're trapped, you're starving. There's multiple people there. It's like, do you sacrifice one and let the rest live, and you just like cannibalize?
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society.
Perfect time for fuck, marry, kill.
To create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Wait, he said Newton doesn't feel the same way? What level of not same way? Like Newton doesn't love Oswald? Now I'm confused. I gotta go through this. Hold on.
Courage is what we needed in the.
Have you always been?
All I know is before you.
Why should?
I'm not. I said.
But Newton sees it differently. Oh, okay, I get it. Newton is afraid to be out and proud, and Oswald's not. Which, you know, that's pretty brave considering we're like, what, 1906? I actually don't know. I don't know the exact year, but.
Do you need medical?
Like, I don't know the exact level
for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
Of like danger of being openly gay at this point in London,
you
but
have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like.
I imagine at best it was ostracized.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Well, now I have to pull this information out of Newton and force him to talk.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time. Hey, Doc.
This is the wrong person. I was like, I'll go talk to him. This is the wrong person.
I'll leave you for
me. Please.
Which one was Newton? Where was he? Oh, he's the guy that looked like Zac. Kind of looks like Zac Efron in his portrait. Where was it? The other guy just right down there? The last time I saw him was around the water, I think. The last time I saw him was right here. That was right at the beginning of the game. Oh, he's right here.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight?
I thought I'd like
If you
talk
want to speak
to him.
about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Is it just me, or do his clothes not fit him well at all?
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened
What
last year
caused your
following an
phobia?
artillery attack.
Phobia.
I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears.
Just seems kind of lumpy. Yeah, like the clothes, like they look like they're too big here, too small on the shoulders, too big in the chest.
I see.
No, you
too
don't.
small on like the belt. Like it's
You have no
it's,
idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies.
it's mostly the
Fucking
clothes. They're just
vermin
like
eating your
sitting
flesh.
very awkwardly on his body.
Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Also, he's afraid of rats because they tried to eat him, which is fair. That's a fair reason to have a phobia of rats.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know. I never thought I'd love a man.
Fucking enjoy it, dude.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir.
I'm
But ain't
very
that
progressive for this time
It's all
period.
so new to me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer.
Tell me.
A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Whatever they were. It sounds like Newton wasn't into dudes before. Or like he just didn't know I don't know.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel.
That kind of thing is
There's an
definitely
outpost,
less
see.
common these days.
Since then, Oswald's not
because
keen
it's
on being
more
inside for too long.
because it's more normal to be gay.
Goodbye, Mr.
You don't
Blake.
have this.
Take care.
Oh, I didn't check if he was like healthy. Maybe he's a cold.
Hello again.
Good evening.
Do you need...
Afraid
Well,
your work.
Alright, he's
goodbye,
healed.
Mr.
I think he's also, yeah, he's also like primed. They're both primed and ready to go. I could take them both.
Supposed to be safe. Oh, what a fucking joke.
Good evening. Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Nice.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Those two can live. They should be happy together. I'm very biased. But yeah, it's definitely less. It's a much less common thing these days to like.
Clutch the leech, boys!
Now I have to fight and concentrate. It's less common to like.
Take its head!
Or it's definitely becoming less and less common to not like realize you could be into dudes, that you are into dudes, because like there's less and less societal pressure to like suppress those kinds of thoughts and feelings. Because like if you're taught your entire life that you should never ever tell anyone you have those kinds of thoughts, and you should suppress it, you should get married and have kids, and it, like regardless and all that, like you're less likely to discover how you can easily convince yourself of something like you can, or be convinced and then convince yourself that a thing is wrong and you shouldn't feel that way and just repress your entire life. And that's just a less, as time goes on, that's a less common thing that people do, because there's like less and less shame about it spreading throughout the world, slowly but surely. Still depends on which part of the world you live in. You can still be killed for being gay, so that still happens. I love my club, yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. I don't know why I sang this song. Greetings.
No place for you, sir. This one's mine!
Yeah, hit them both. Don't interrupt me! God damn it. I mean, it still went off. I don't know if it's because the game is progressing or because Whitechapel is like in a bad state, but I feel like there are more enemies tonight than there were the night before. Why do you look different?
Not a good place for a stroll. He's dead!
I'm out of blood. At least my club just like is just so effective. Like I just fucking shadow step, pop, pop, and I can eat them to my heart's content. No loot, no loot. Oh, I saw shiny. Shiny? Hello? I swear I did. Oh, it's just goddamn light. Goddamn water, shilling. Be standing if one blow if I pick the stun. I suppose. I want to have some damage on the weapon though. How the hell am I actually getting there? Do I gotta go around this way? Turquoise turtle? That's a pretty good name. Alright, this area is stable. Oh, there's people to talk to.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah,
This is that last time? I mean, I chose the stun for level 2.
We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys.
Are you a wet booth boy? Oh, that sounds dirty. Oh. The pub name? I don't think I ever said the pub name. Oh, did I? I honestly don't remember the pub name the first time. But yeah.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
I mean, he missed an opportunity to call them the Wet Booth Boys.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Quick, shoot the germs! Bring her in. Yeah, that was my alert. Informing
what can you
me.
Tell me about?
Well, I thought there'd be
more.
I thought there was gonna be like a. Oh right, I was like, there's a branch here, isn't there? That's all hints.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh yeah, I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Mr. Digby. Goodbye, Mr. Digby. But anyways, that ring was telling me to take a break. What has like the most? I want to like have sounds when I'm. Screw the pausing. You get more sounds when I don't pause. So.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot
I'll be right back.